Hey everyone, the real estate numbers are in for November 2021. I'm Craig Duran with the Duran Group over at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. I'm going to do this update a little bit different. I know most of you have seen these videos and I get deep into data and pricing for a specific neighborhood or a specific condo project, but I want to talk directly to sellers in this video, and we're going to look at three markets. We're going to look at the overall PCB Gulffront condo market, PCB housing market, and the 30A market. We're going to look at all those and see what similarities and differences we can find. But I really want to stress to sellers just again about how good and how strong the market is right now, surprisingly strong. And in this instant gratification society that we live in, I want to remind you that real estate doesn't always sell in 5 minutes. We've heard a lot of stories over the last year and a half of someone putting something up for sale and having 5 offers, 10 offers. I've heard of agents having to put spreadsheets together to present offers of 20 plus offers on a property. And my theories on that, and I would contend that in a lot of those cases, the agent or the seller are both underpriced something for the demand, but that's a different conversation. I just want to talk to sellers and anyone who's thinking about selling now or certainly in early 2021, keep a couple things in mind, and we'll go to the data. A lot of buyers, the majority of buyers for Florida real estate are somewhere else. They're doing their work already. They're doing their work sometimes weeks, months in advance of a trip down to really see what they're going to buy. So they're doing a lot of homework in advance. There are lots of phone calls, consultations with us as real estate professionals. So a lot of that legwork gets done in advance. Those people need to see that you're for sale. They need to see your message that you're available, sometimes months in advance of their trip down. And so keep that in mind. Marketing, good marketing, professional videos, professional photography, excellent websites, all that marketing takes a little longer than you might think to put together. It takes us a good 7 or 10 days to really get it right. You can just throw up some pictures on the MLS pretty quickly, but to really do all those other things to help get your message out regionally, nationally, globally. Florida has plenty of global buyers. It takes a little bit of time. The other thing, and I want to stress this, people are looking now for their beach real estate for next season. There are a lot of things that need to be done between finding something, working through the closing process, making upgrades, repairs, or personalizing something, getting marketing going for your rental, whatever all those things are. It takes some time, and people are already thinking about that for next year. So I stress this every year. I think it's even more important when the market's really good like this is to get your message out earlier than you might think and price a little more aggressively than you might think. This is the time of year to get your message out so people can absorb it, get you on their list, but let the market continue to work in your favor a little bit and price really aggressive when you compare it to recent sales. So take a look and let me show you why this all makes sense, I think. If you look at the PCB condo market first, we're still down. If you look at the number of choices a buyer has, the number of, we call it how much inventory, but how many choices does a buyer have if he's out there looking? 29, we're down 29 to 39% when you compare it year over year. Buyers have 29 to 39% fewer choices for something to buy than they did this time last year. In December, well, it's November numbers. They want to buy something and there are just fewer options available. We're still writing new contracts. Look, 41% this week, up 9%, off a couple weeks here, week 3 and week 4. Still have closings. We're up 26% week 2, up 13% week 3. This is really illustrated. I think you guys know I love this chart. The red line represents the number of units for sale. If you think about it a different way, that's the number of choices for a buyer, right? And April or May, buyers really felt the crunch. They didn't have a lot of choice. And very quickly from April to August, we were really watching this carefully because look at how many more condos were available every month for sale. Buyers all of a sudden got pretty comfortable that, oh, wow, maybe the market's turning. I'll just wait. But look at what's happened in the last 3 months and look at what buyers are feeling again. Buyers have ridden this down all the way down like this, realizing that month over month they had fewer and fewer things to choose from. They didn't buy. All of a sudden, there were more and more units to choose from. Say, ooh, I'm going to wait. But look at what's happened. The last 3 months, they have fewer choices again. We're sitting at 1.61 months of inventory. If you look down here at my months of inventory level. Under 2 months of inventory is an extremely healthy seller's market. I won't go into my whole spiel on what that number means. It's a very healthy seller's market. When you look at the housing market, very similar story. Buyers have 33 to 39% fewer choices than they did in November of the year before. Our number of contracts written is down a little bit when we compare it to last year, although we were up 20% in week 4. When you look, same story here. Buyers had fewer and fewer choices throughout the pandemic. Then all of a sudden, May, June of this year, they had a few more choices and a few more choices again. But that's turned again pretty quickly. And the housing market is as low in inventory, meaning is we have as few choices out there right now as we really have in a couple of years. 1.34 months of inventory in this market. When you look at the 30A market, remember how extremely hot this market has been. We were down 19 to 26% on choices for buyers. So buyers are still feeling a little bit of a crunch. We're writing a few less contracts, 27% to 40%. It's a pretty big number, actually. And our sales are down a little bit, 14%, 18%, 33% off year over year. But remember, in this market, May through early 2021 was inordinately hot. I can't stress how hot it was. So to see these numbers off a little bit when we compare it to that wouldn't be surprising. When you look at it this way, same story as the other markets. We had a lot of choices for buyers at the beginning of the pandemic. All of a sudden, not so much. By the time you got to May, April of 2021, we started to see more choices for buyers, or we had more units for sale throughout the summertime. But look, it's where we are again. We're almost approaching as tight of inventory as we've had in that market. 1.56 months of inventory. And look at those all combined. Look at that months of inventory number again. 1.61 months of inventory in the PCB condo market. 1.34 months of inventory in the housing market. And 1.56 months of inventory in the 30A market. Less than 2 months of inventory is an extremely good seller's market. It doesn't matter what month of the year it is. So think about that. If you're thinking of selling now or certainly in the next 3 to 6 months, early 2021 or 22, get your message out there. People are looking for choices. If you do it right and you price pretty aggressively, you should be out there and be on the market. Be comfortable with being on the market a little longer than before. Let us get through the holidays. Let us get through early mid-January where we start to pick up momentum again. And as we pick up momentum again, and you still sit there as a really good option for someone, but it might just be a little higher than they want to spend, as time will work in your favor as we're working into the spring. So think about that. Get your message out there early, package up your marketing earlier than you might. People are buying now, already trying to get ready for next season. So I hope this helps. I hope you guys really understand. If you're selling something right now, you don't have a lot of competition. That's the time to be selling. That's the time to push the market on pricing. So hope you guys found this helpful. Stay safe. Happy holidays. We're going to do an extremely deep dive into multiple markets for a year in review in January. If you're not already on our list to receive those, just shoot me a text message with which one or ones you'd like. We go very deep into specific condo projects and neighborhoods all throughout the 30A and the PCB market. If you'd like your neighborhood or condo project to be on the list, shoot it to me. We'll send that to you. There's no obligation, no charge. Also, if you want to be in our e-alert system, I know most of you already are, but if you want to be continually updated just straight from our system, meaning the Realtor MLS system, it's the most accurate system I've seen for keeping people up to date. Let me know and we'll set you up for that too. Just text me 850-527-0221 and text me the market you're trying to follow. So if it's a condo building or your neighborhood, just give me the name of that. If you're trying to look at a market larger than that, just let me know that too. If you want to follow 3-bedroom houses or 2-bedroom condos or east side of 30A, any of that you want to follow and track, we can set you up on alerts as specific and custom as you want. Hope this is helpful for you all. Happy holidays. We'll be back with a really in-depth, specific review of all these different markets and specific neighborhoods and condo projects at the beginning of next year. Stay safe. Be well.